Cool, guys. So we're now on question 5. The graph of f of x equals log ax is sketched below. So this is the inverses section. Q has a coordinate pair of 1 over 4 and 2 is a point on the graph of f. P is the point of intersection of graph f and the x-axis. So we're already starting with the log form. We do not have the normal exponential form. So 5.1, it is saying determine the value of a. So in order to get the value of a, we're going to rewrite this guy, but sub in the coordinates of our x and our y in this in order to solve for it. So our y equals 2, our log of a is there, and then we have 1 over 4 is the x value. So at this stage, we're going to have to unwrap our log. I'm just going to draw a little example of how we do logs forward so we can see how to reverse it. Because if we go 3 squared equals 9, because that statement is true, right? What we're trying to do is we're trying to make the exponent the subject of the sentence. So what we do is we take this guy over there, then we drop the base. So we got log 3, and then the remaining portion is to bring this 9 over here. So what we did is we made the exponent the subject of the sentence, we dropped the base, and then we moved this 9 over there. Because now we're at the starting point where we're trying to move our base up. That's the best move. If we're trying to solve for a, it means we actually need to move the a up. So the a was the base, so we're going to move it up. It is now the subject. A reminder that the exponent over there is what we made the subject. So this 2 over here is the exponent that needs to go over here. And then what we have left is the only other thing, because we have dropped the log. We have 1 over 4, and 1 over 4 goes here. So at this stage, if we square root both of these guys, we end up with 1 over 2 is the a value, and we are done. So therefore, we have a log 1 over 2x. This is our f of x graph. So now they want the inverse of graph f and write your answer in the form of y equals. So at this stage, what we need to do is we need to unwrap our log and then swap our x and y. Because there are 2 steps when we're working forward, is we swap our x and y, swap x and y, and then do the log. So at this stage, we're just working backwards. We have to do the log first, get the log away, and then we have to swap our x and y so that we get y as the subject of the formula. So a reminder how we did this is that the half here was our initial base. So we move that up. We take our x over here, and then this y was the exponent, so we're going to move this up to our exponent here. And then at this stage, it's not what we want, but what we do is we swap our x and our y, and then we have solved for this equation. Okay, so now it's saying sketch the graph f negative 1, this one we have just calculated, the inverse of our log, showing intercepts with the axes and at least one other point on the graph. Okay, so 3 marks. This graph is a positive 1a, and then a b is a fraction, which means we have something going down like that above the line. There's no negative value, which means we are not below the x-axis, and there's no shift in our q. Our q is 0. Just like this guy, it's not crossing the y at 0. This guy won't cross the x at 0. So we have something like this, and then they just want the intercept with the axes and at least one other point on the graph. So that means I'm just going to plug in a couple values on my calculator so we can get the y-intercept and some other point on the graph. So the y-intercept, the x value is 0. So if we make our x value here 0, a half to the power of 0 equals 1. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. So our value over here is 0 and 1. And then if we put in negative 3, for example, then we can get our y value, and then we would have gotten all the marks here. And a half to the negative 3 gives us a value of 8 over here. This is not drawn to scale because this 2 is higher here, so it'll be something like over here and significantly steeper, and then we would have had a realistic shape to the graph. But get your coordinates, then plot the graph, and then it is asking us to determine the values of x for which f of x, the original graph, is greater than negative 5. So we can try and interpret it, but we don't know where we're at here in terms of the y value. So we're looking where horizontally are we above or below this point. And in this case, we are seeing where's this graph above negative 5. So we're not sure if this is negative 5 yet, and we don't know when that starts to occur. So the easiest way in order to do this without doing trial and error on the calculator is to plug in our equation on the side where the f of x is. So we have log a half x is greater than negative 5. So in order to solve it, we're just going to unwrap the log like we did last time. So at this stage, we have our setup here. We have plugged in our f of x here. We know that it's greater than negative 5, and now we just need to unwrap the log. So moving the half up, we make the half which was the base, we move it up to the top again. A reminder that this guy by itself is the exponent now, and then the only thing remaining is the x over here, which moves to that side. Okay, so the log is gone, and now we can interpret it. 1 over 2 to the power of -5 is 32. And that is greater than x. But we're not done yet because there is one restriction. We are saying that it is any value that is less than 32. Let's say 32 is somewhere over here, for example. But that is not true because this graph eventually stops at 0 because it never touches 0 and it keeps going, but it never actually touches 0 or crosses 0. And our current statement is telling us that it does cross 0. So we just need to put in the restriction that it does not past 0. So if we go back here, we can either say, but x has to be greater than 0, and therefore we have 0, x, and 32. X is somewhere within this range, and that is our final answer. Great, guys. So that is question 5 done. Let me know if there are any questions in the comments, and then I will see you in the next video.